I love this shirt. It just looks so good on me. Hey, it's Awkward Noah here, and as I'm sure you can tell by this shirt, we're looking at something magical today. Something very magical. Now this week, I promised an astrology video, and I don't actually know much about astrology. However, you don't come here for anything specific. You come here for my amazing personality. And I thought, with my amazing personality, why not search where that came from? Today, we are going to be looking at my birth chart to explain maybe why I am the way I am. But either way, we're gonna have some fun today. Now, let's get into it. Now, the thing about birth charts is you don't read them, they read you. So with the help of the app CoStar, which is not sponsored, by the way, I just love the app. It's available now on the App Store. Basically, it's like the personalized astrology reading. So with your birth chart and everything, the AI they have completely makes predictions of your day and how you're going to be feeling. And every day they give a little personal notification message that says something relevant. They're usually motivational and super fun. Like I said, this isn't sponsored, but at CoStar, if you like this video, you know where to find me. I will always take some sponsors. So, to begin, here's my birth chart if you were wondering and wanted to follow along. So now let's dig deeper into why I am the psychotic, crazy person that I am today. Now, as I'm sure you've heard before, I have an Aquarius sun. No, that came out wrong. I don't have a son. I don't have children. Have you seen my son? So basically what it says, the sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. My sun is Aquarius, meaning you are fundamentally unconventional and anti. Comfortable dissenting or straying from the norm. Your intellectual talent of abstraction is oriented towards pushing the boundaries of what seems reasonable. Yeah, that seems about right. I know I'm already one to kind of push the envelope when I can. Give me rules and boundaries and I will push them. But if you don't give me those rules and boundaries, then I have no boundaries. You carry a lot on your shoulders and have the need to fight for the underdog. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's in your 7th house, meaning you feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through close relationships and long-term partnerships. Now, I think that's the one thing that I stray from the typical Aquarius, who are flighty and distant, is that I do still like my long-term relationships. But I can still be flighty as ever. Just saying. Now on to my moon. And if you know me, I love a good moon. And if you're anywhere on my Instagram, I'm sure you've seen it quite often. I want to do a full moon photo shoot where it's like my butt with the full moon. I think that could be totally fun. Now, apparently, the moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. My moon is also in Aquarius. Makes sense, you know? Your moon is in Aquarius, meaning your emotional self is intuitive, observant, detached, and rational. You're often in your own world, but are scared of how you truly feel. Yeah, I can be a little in my bubble sometimes. I mean, look at me now. Am I not just in my own little bubble? Like, look, yeah. And yeah, I can be scared of how I truly feel. I like to mask my emotions a lot through smiling and being happy. Like, if you knew half of what was going on right now, this smiling face does not seem normal. But that's okay. I am who I am. And part of being an internet celebrity, sometimes you gotta put your emotions on the back burner to be the entertainment and joy you wish to see in the world. And that's okay. It's in my 7th house again, meaning I find security and safety through close relationships and long-term partnerships, which is exactly like the last one. But I love my long-term partnerships. Like some of my greatest friends I've had for years. I like to connect. Even if we don't hang out all the time, they're still in my heart. Now, on to the next one. So now this is my ascendant, or also known as rising. So my ascendant is in Leo. The ascendant is the mask you present to people. I mean, I do kind of look like a lion with this beard. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. It changes every 2 hours. So if it doesn't make sense, text your mom to confirm the birth time. It makes total sense. I've confirmed my birth time. We had it etched in a little photograph of me when I was a little baby, just a little baby. And so that's how I know. So it says, my ascendant is in Leo, meaning I come across as bright, good-natured, and magnetic. I mean, I'm sure you could already tell that through all my videos. Your energy makes you seem either like a know-it-all or a live wire, but always the center of attention. The center of attention? Yes. When I'm not the center of attention, I can get a little down and out, or just zone out completely, just so you're aware. The rising just read me. There's a house in New Orleans. Does that have anything to do with astrology? Maybe it's not. On to the next one. So my Mercury is in Capricorn. Mercury determines how you communicate, talk, think, and process information. It also indicates how you learn. It's the mind's planet, and your Mercury is in Capricorn, meaning my intellect is conservative, practical, serious, efficient, and rational. I don't know how true that is, but sure, we'll go with that. You tend to be a poor communicator, but think through things in a methodical and grounded way. That is fair. Like, while I communicate well, I don't always get my point across, if that makes sense. Like, even right now, it doesn't make any sense, but it makes some sense. It's in my 6th house, meaning I am curious about and inclined to analyze my productivity, how to help people, and my emotional well-being. Well, the self-help videos. I love helping people, so I think that would make sense. Mercury in Capricorn? Sure, we get a check. Now, I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire. My Venus is, you guessed it, in Aquarius. Venus determines how and what you love. Ooh, love types. It indicates how you express affection and the qualities you're attracted to. Your Venus is in Aquarius, meaning your romantic side is unconventional, intellectual, and somewhat detached. Now that is true. Sometimes I don't know how I'm feeling my emotions, but I am somehow, okay? You can be bubbly and obvious when you like someone. Check. But typically you prefer forms of intimacy less obvious than romance. Romance is one thing, but like there's intellect that comes with it. There's something a little more substantial that I like to have. Different. There's just something else there that I like. It's in your 7th house, meaning that for you, love is often expressed in close relationships and long-term partnerships. Back again. So I guess Aquarius just likes long-term partnerships in the 7th house. So yeah, that makes sense, I think. Now Mars. Mars is the planet of aggression. So my Mars is in Libra. Yeah, Mars is the planet of aggression. It says it right there, the first line. It determines how you assert yourself, take action, and the energy that surrounds you, particularly in your sex life. Woo! Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. So, particularly in your sex life, your ambitiousness, and when you're angry. Okay, so my Mars is in Libra, meaning while it may take you a while to make a decision, you assert yourself in a way that is fair-minded and relativistic. I don't know if that's a word. I don't exactly know what it means, but I'm assuming it means like relative or like reality, based in reality. Probably something like that. Though sometimes passive aggressive. To me? Passive aggressive? No, I'm not passive aggressive. This co-star is just reading me to filth. Reading me to filth. It's in your 3rd house, meaning you put a lot of energy into the things you know and are familiar with. Yes, I don't like going into the unknown. I only really put energy into things that I like. So that's that on Mars. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. And my Jupiter is in Aquarius. It's one of the 2 social planets. Jupiter rules idealism, optimism, and expansion. It's also very philosophical. Now, again, another Aquarius. Like when I say my whole birth chart is mostly Aquarius, I'm pretty sure there's like 7 things. It's a lot. There's a lot. Your Jupiter is in Aquarius, meaning you grow and find understanding through detached analysis and intellectual pursuits. I don't even know what that means. Am I just having a dumb blonde moment? You grow and find understanding through detached analysis and intellectual pursuits. Okay, yes. In order for me to grow, I need to detach myself from the situation and analyze it. It's in your 7th house, meaning you find success through your close relationships and long-term partnerships. Again, so much close relationships and long-term partnerships. Now we move on to Saturn, the other social planet. It rules responsibility, restrictions, limits, boundaries, fears, and self-discipline. Your Saturn is in Aries, meaning you struggle with aggression, impatience, defensiveness, hastiness, and conceit. Saturn just came up and went, oh, Saturn. I am not an aggressive person. I'm very much a pacifist, but I can get aggressive if prompted. I am very impatient and I am very defensive. As soon as you question something about me, defense. Even if you say like it as a joke, I get defensive. I know it's a joke, but I still have to like defend myself just in case it's not. So it's in your 9th house, meaning you have had difficulties with the creation of personal meaning. I mean, even now, I'm like, what do I want to do? Who do I want to be? And I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe with these YouTube videos. On to my favorite planet, Uranus. Ooh. I'm pretty sure Aquarius is ruled by Uranus too, and let me tell you, if I'm not ruled by Uranus. Uranus stays in each sign for 7 years, so it rules a generation more than a person. It rules innovation, rebellion, and progress. Your Uranus is in Aquarius, meaning other generations are shocked by your generation's unconventionality, intellectuality, and detachedness. Is that even a word? Must be. Okay, so it's in my 7th house again, meaning that for you, this manifests in rebelling against dated expectations about close relationships and long-term partnerships. So I feel like that's kind of where my detachedness comes from, but it's so weird. We love the long term, but at the same time, we kind of push against it. Kind of makes sense. That's so funny. So we're on to Neptune. So my Neptune is in Capricorn. So Neptune stays in each sign for around 14 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person, yada, yada, yada. It rules dreams, imagination, and the unconscious. Your Neptune is in Capricorn, meaning your entire generation finds inspiration through hard work, responsibility, seriousness, and ambition. It's in your 6th house, meaning that for you, this manifests in your ideal, verging on unrealistic and impractical, about routines. Yeah, I'm quite impractical. Although hard work, responsibility, seriousness, and ambition. Am I hardworking? So maybe this cancels out from the other ones. We'll see. And now we're on to Pluto, which NASA says isn't a planet anymore. But guess what? It still rules me. That makes no sense, but whatever. My Pluto is in Sagittarius. That sounds dirty. Pluto is in Sagittarius. Pluto stays in each sign for up to 30 years. Yeah, because this one loops forever. Meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules power, intensity, obsession, and control. Your Pluto is in Sagittarius, meaning your generation's psyche is comparatively positive, free-spirited, curious, optimistic, forward-looking, independent, and confident. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. You're quite a confident generation. It's in your 5th house, meaning you personally are transforming outdated definitions of romance, creativity, and pleasure. We're free-spirited, curious, optimistic, and forward-looking. So, quite independent. That's great. I love that. That's amazing. Anyway, that's it for my birth chart, and boy, did it read me for filth. So I encourage you to get this app, not sponsored. It's free. You literally just log in, maybe give your Facebook data, something. It's fine. The aesthetic is beautiful. I love the app. Anyway, if you like this video, I'd love if you could leave a like. And if you really enjoyed it, I'd love if you could subscribe right now down below. I make videos every single Friday, and you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Tumblr, all under Awkward Humour. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, I don't like your hair. Anyway, I'm just being stupid. I love you all. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Friday. Bye! Baby, kiss me through the phone, see you and now we're home, Ugh.